Since I heard the question quite often, why did I choose like Ollama in combination with Chronokura time tracking for Mac? For me, the answer was quite simple, obviously. First of all, it is totally local. It runs on your Mac. You don't have to worry about data privacy. Like all the data is like basically computed on your machine. Like in the settings, I have also for people who are not used to Ollama, like Ollama is basically a tool you can download and you can use different models. Like you have all kinds of models you can download and then it works like a normal assistant basically. That is the cool thing. Like you can do stuff apart from Chronokura time tracking with a model. Like, for example, I can type in here, like it has no access to the internet as the way I have it, but I can use the models I have in Chronokura as well here. And I can ask like, okay, what is the difference between weather and climate? So you will see it takes a bit longer to answer it, but it comes from my machine and also from the standpoint of the model, like when it got trained, like what is the latest data set this model has. But you see, it's not that much slower. And you still get the concept of it and it writes it down and nothing goes to the cloud. So this is why I have chosen Ollama in combination with Chronokura so that you can also use it for other stuff and not just like time tracking, since we all want to do something else apart from time tracking, since time tracking is something that we have to do, like that we have some order and that we can send our bills to our clients and get paid at the end of the day. So what is there? You see, it is explained here. You can also put voice recognition. You can send this to the cloud. You can use Apple Intelligence if you feel like, I don't want to have to deal with Ollama. I don't want to download anything since my Mac has 8 gigabytes of RAM or like less, or like you say, no, I don't want to download 5 gigabytes of something. Totally understandable. And this is why I give you the option. Just make sure with Apple Intelligence, some stuff gets sent to their servers. However, they say it is private, they have no access to it, and it will not get used for training. I cannot verify it, so you have to decide what you want. But you can download models. For example, I work here on my test Chronokura version, like there include also new models like Gamma 4, 12 billion parameters, like it can also read documents or like has a vision thing. And if you want, you can pick it up, download it, activate it, and that's it. But for me, it's at the moment fine. I use the Ministral 3.8b version, and that's it. And that's totally fine for me to work with. So, and now I show you what you can do. So, for example, let's take, we have the client Tanya test. Now what I can do, I can basically take the quick help here. Okay, let's say show my status positions, like add 2 hours consulting for client name. In the square brackets, I show you another menu that I built, how you can easily replace those placeholders. So let's see, for example, show all entries. How many hours did I work today? Mark all entries of a client name as built. So there we start. Let's say show my status. Then I press this quick menu. I say like open, it gets replaced. I put this here. Then the HemerAI, like, which is basically like a model from Ollama, which is like in that case Ministral 3, 8 billion parameters. So we give it some time. Since I also got the question here from Reddit, how long does it take and why did I pick specifically a local LLM, since a cloud-based version would be quicker. You saw it here, it's not slow. And even if it would take 20 to 30 seconds, I still prefer that over having to pay for a subscription or like for an API for a cloud service. And as well, you put your client's data up there, which is totally personal data, like it's GDPR. We have that in Europe. You have probably similar stuff. So, and I try to reduce data as much as I can, and that I try to keep it on my machine. And this is why I use this model. And you see, okay, I have open entries that I still have to bill. Okay, so that is that. You can also make a new chat up here. If you say like, I want to have the quick menu back, that is also doable. So let's say add 2 hours consulting. I write like 2 hours web design. And then I press here again for Tanya test. It gets replaced. Good. So see, that was super quick now. Now I have this here. I have now 2 entries, like, okay, I did not specify to add like an hourly rate. That I do now. I say like, yeah, 2 hours, 100 euros. Good, it's open. So what I do now is I go back to HemerAI. I make a new chat since I want to have the quick menu, create an invoice for all open positions of client name, Tamara test or Tanya test, sorry. And as you will see now, here's like the 2 open positions. Like I can also go to invoices, make a new invoice and create it by myself. But what for? I have this local model. I press here, enter, starts working immediately. Here's my invoice. So everything is here. It's from time entry. And basically I'm good to go. So this is invoiced. I can basically go over the invoice, change some things. I have not put any address to Tanya test since like, yeah, she's not existing in real life. But you see, and this is specifically why I picked a local model. It is quick. It gets the job done. You don't need to ask super specific things that has to be up to date constantly. Like I don't need what the oil price is currently doing in Chronokura, or like I don't need the last minute information of something. It's just personal, and so it gets the job done. And as you see, you can also do other things. How many hours did I work today? It gives you that information as well. Today I had 2 hours for Tanya test. I can close that. I can also like scan a document if I have it handwritten, but there you have to be a bit careful since like I have it in here, and you can do handwriting calibrations like that. You can help it a bit and it gets better when you use it, but still it has limitations with handwriting, especially if you write cursive. But you can try it if you have a good handwriting. I definitely am the worst example or prototype since my handwriting is awful. Like I am the only person on the world who can read it. So that makes it a bit more difficult for me, but I felt like other people have nice handwriting. And so if you write something on a piece of paper and want to scan it, you can do that as well. If you want to delete a model, you can do it from here as well. You can download models if you feel like it. Just stick to the recommendations here. Like it would not make sense to download a 7 billion parameter model. Since you need at least 32 gigabytes of RAM or more, and I have 16, I run on an M1 MacBook Pro 16-inch. So, and you saw it is quick, so that is not a problem. Another thing you can do, you can also start a timer, which I feel like, yeah, okay, you can do it from here if you feel like, yeah, it's so good. Zack, gets done. Timer will get started. I'm here. And so I can start it. That's basically it. And I'm good to go. the question is like, I will like, if you have different things, you can also tell me like, oh yeah, it would be cool that the model can do that. I can work on it. You also have a status, you have period. You can also add custom commands. Like if you try something different out and you feel like, oh yeah, that was nice, I want to save that since I need this more often, you can type the command here, save it, and that's it. And what you also see, for example, if I ask here, like, what is the difference between weather and climate? That gets also answers. It gives you an answer to those things, not to everything, but like if you still want to ask the model in here, you get the answer as well. So that is basically it, but it will not do anything harmful since it cannot escape from Chronokura. It is logged in, and that is it. So, and that is basically the main difference to many apps. I have it locally implemented. It helps you with your stuff. It's super easy to use, makes fun, like since who likes to click through invoices and does that stuff? Like if I set up the invoice, I have to click here, I have to do 3 clicks at least. And HemerAI solves that problem, just like you type it there. It's a bit magical, like it gets done by your machine. You don't have to pay extra. Chronokura is a one-time purchase. This will not change. And that is it. And you also get updates since I plan to implement other stuff. And if you have questions, write me a comment, send me an email, go to the website, try the app, whatever you like. So basically you can reach out to me and just try it and experiment with it. Some stuff will probably also not work like with AI since it is a black box and I cannot look totally into it. But if you run into a problem and say like, yeah, I would have this idea, it did not work, maybe I can help you, and then I can also try to implement it. So have fun using Chronokura and save time with time tracking. And as I have it on the website, Chronokura is software as it used to be. You buy it, you own it, and that will stay like that. Okay, thanks, bye.